You can draw this entire illustration in just 20 minutes using Autodesk Sketchbook app. We are starting off with resolution of 2080 into 2860 and we are hopping on to the first step. Let's paint the sky. This is the most easiest way you can illustrate the sky in Autodesk Sketchbook. We are using coarse watercolor and then we are going to add the most aesthetic color we can ever come across Pinterest with the lighter tone of yellow followed by orange, some bright pink followed by some purple and some darker shade of purple and then more darker shade. Once added, we are going to use blending brush and then slowly going to blend it across the color, starting off from the darker color followed up by the lighter color. In this scenario, I'm starting off from top to bottom and then it's up to your preference whether you want to do it simultaneously by mixing two color and then blending from top to bottom. Once done, I am actually going to blend across the lower edge. Now I am trying to blend it the darker shade here. It may take little bit time of your, please make sure to follow this step, but at the same time these are running in 2x speed, so there is nothing in hurry. I felt like there is in the depth of the sky which is missing, so I'm going to add the darker shade with the help of a flow airbrush across the canvas. So once I'm happy with how the sky looks like, we are moving on to step 2. Paint the road. This is actually a highway, so we are just going to start off with a free hand. You can actually use the help of draw style line option, or you can actually do as I am doing here. Once I'm done adding the side of the road, I'm going to fill the middle one with the gray, and also I'm going to mark the line with the lighter shade of gray, and then we are going to add few mark in the road. And once done, we also will be adding a building block at a distance. Imagine that as a cafe on a highway, and then we are going to top it off with few more trees on the side, and then we are good to go. So I'm just going to fill the building layer, and then we are going to add the line from the highway. Remember, do you remember the yellow tagline? I don't know how to say. There is an arrow mark on the side, so I'm just going to draw this in a new layer, and then I'm going to fill that up. And once done, we are just going to copy and paste across that bridge of highway. This can be either a little bit bigger version, but I feel like this is much enough because in the upcoming next illustration we are going to add tree, and that is going to cover up the layer of highway. So I'm happy how this has turned out. You just have to draw one, copy paste, then copy the entire layer, then paste the rest. Now we are on to the tree layer, which is very simple. I'm going to use the help of fountain pen and I'm going to slowly draw this out because I want to see how this looks like. And then once I'm done adding the branches, we are going to add few leaves in the tree with the help of dry ink brush. These are all in 2x speed, so make sure to use your sweet time and don't be in a hurry. Of course, it took a little bit lot time. I thought maybe I should just have drawn it leaves separately and then copy and paste across. If you look at Procreate, you can actually have this brush where you just can add the dab and then you get the leaf structure, but here we just have to create it from scratch. So this was a little bit time consuming. If you want to fill the entire tree, you can definitely go ahead and do it. If not, you can do as I am doing. I added a leaf to few of the branches, then just increase the size of the brush and stop dabbing around the edge of the branches so that it resembles like a tree, because we just looking for the top bit of the illustration of tree, not the entire bit, because the entire bit either way which will be covered in a camel brush, because we are just giving a entire illustration like a sunset and the tree is already darker when you are taking a picture. So now that I'm at the lower part of the tree, I'm just going in a little rougher way by increasing the size of the brush and slowly damping it across, because I'm happy with how the top end looked perfectly fine. And I'm just going to finish this up and then bring next to the building layer so that it's looked like a tree at a distance and also there is a building at a distance. So, and then we have nothing much to do for the rest of the tree layer, because we are just going to copy and paste this across the highway like you're crossing by, and then you have this beautifully trimmed branches. I think it's called bushes, but I think this is a small tree, so we'll say just a tree here. Okay, and once we are done, can you see those white bit? We are just going to fill it up with camo brush and in the sign of blackish shade, because it's already sunset and I don't want to bring in any more of orange to it. And then once we are done doing this, it's look absolutely fine. I'm happy how this has turned out. And then we are using a camo brush and pick up the lighter shade in the sky and then kind of little bit dab it across so that it looks like the sun ray, like the sunset is falling on it. And once that is done, I'm going to use glow neon pen to add the tiny dot of sparkle in the tree, because if you look at Japanese Christmas festival, it's so much digged up in tree. I think everywhere it is. They all got inspired by Tokyo. But whatever, once I'm done adding the little bit light in the tree, we are happy. And then we are just going to move on to the next layer, that is to draw the street lamp. Here it is a highway light. Okay, we are just slowly blending the highway road here because I felt a little bit rough, so just making those adjustments. And then we are hopping on to our last and final stage to draw the highway lights. This is very simple. We are going to use fountain pen with the help of draw style. We are going to add two straight lines and then two curvy lines on the opposite direction. And then with the help of glow pen, we are just going to dab, dab, dab across to just look like a light being on the road. And then we are just going to copy and paste the rest of the lamp across the highway itself. So now that we are done with the entire illustration, there is one more bit which is pending. Of course, you'll be thinking it will be moon and star. No, there is no moon and star in this today's illustration, because it's just going to be the very beautiful sunset we are watching without any moon. Of course, moon would have elevated the entire journey, but we are just going to add few more leaves of tree here. How we are going to do, I'll just be sharing it in next few seconds. So to add the rest of the tree on top of the illustration, we are just going to copy the tree layer and slowly turn it around 360 and then just paste it in a new layer like this. And we are going to repeat for a few more time and then we'll be done with the illustration. Hope you guys have enjoyed this illustration, and make sure to like, share and subscribe. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because there's so many interesting happening in this channel. One, we have our weekly newsletter which is free from my inbox to yours, where I share a few tips I have learned across I think it is just 3 tips I learned in the week. And then there is also a weekly podcast where I talk about a heart out of how we can improve. So hang around to our channel and see you all in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a great life. See you.